you do understand a lot of guys feel like I want to make love and have sex with my wife. I don't want to slut her out.
I think that your wife should be there for it all. Hello.
Yeah, but the problem with that is it's like,
or else, I mean, and you'll listen. I'll put that battery in your back, and you'll go there. But I can always feel and sense that inhibition that you have, like, and it's adorable. But I feel like I want to be like, go for it. Like, it's okay. Like, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, but
you're not going to scare me off.
The thing is, I feel like, and I'm sure a lot of men feel like this, it's like, if you're my baby, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to bust in your ear. Like, I don't think
there's anything really sexy about that.
But I'm just saying, but maybe not to you, but a guy might have a fetish. Like, I don't want to bust in your hair.
Well, put it this
like
way. If you were into it, I'd be like, go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna start right there. Look.
Welcome to Relationship Talk with the Geths. Join Ed and Maya, a dynamic husband and wife duo, as they share real and honest advice on love, dating, and marriage. As transformational relationship coaches, they specialize in helping both singles and couples enhance communication, build intimacy, and experience greater pleasure in their relationships. They also offer online courses tailored for singles and married couples and are fully licensed to officiate weddings. Now, let's dive into today's session.
We're going to have a transparent moment.
Oh, God.
This is so true. This is a thing. This is a thing. This is a thing.
It is.
Yeah, with our transparent moment, I think this showed up mostly when I was pregnant.
I knew you was going to say it.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so with this conversation right here, I don't know how many men this affects or how many marriages this affects where, because we are not that way. We are okay with the term they use, slutting you out. But what that really means is if you could think of whatever fantasies you have in marriage, like I think women, we want to experience those fantasies with our husbands. But on the flip side, some of your fantasies are so nasty that you feel like, I don't want to be this nasty with her, but I still want to be nasty. So a lot of times people cheat just trying to get their nasty stuff out.
Correct.
And wives are like, nah, all of them. Some of us are like, no, pick me. Like, I want nasty me up. Like, don't go get nasty over there.
I notice how you put yourself in the category, us. You say some of them.
No, that's me, baby. Pick me, because why would I want you over there being nasty with the next, trying to get your fantasies out?
True.
Like, we want you to do it to us, but you put us on this pedestal like I'll only reserve the holy missionary position for my wife. And
just the slow music and the candles and the romance.
OMG! Like,
just for the wife.
Because if we're honest, I feel like a lot of women have these nasty fantasies as well. Let's talk about the disrespect and sex.
You gonna go there? Watch.
Yeah.
Putting us
So
out there.
there's a. Why you say I'm putting us out there like?
Jesus.
So I think, and it might be porn culture. I'll be real. This is not. I'm gonna tell you right now. This is not biblical. What I'm talking about.
Oh.
I don't know. I know there's a scripture that says, "Hey, the marriage bed is undefiled."
Yeah.
But some of the stuff
that
people
Sister
be doing.
Maya, Brother Ed in the bedroom. Not at all.
So
the name she calls me. Woo. Go ahead. Just go ahead. I'm sorry.
What Ed talking about? Anyway, so I think that the desire for disrespect in the bedroom is based in porn culture. I really do. But if you watched, and a lot of people do, then you enter the marriage with these fantasies. So are you going to pray and ask God to remove that element from your sex life if you don't feel like it belongs there? Or are you going to fulfill each other's fantasies? Which is what I'm a fan of. I feel like you're married. You need to explore. You have fun together. You talk about what it is that you want to try, what you want to do, and within reason.
What you want to say.
That you want, definitely what you want to say. Say it. We are not having sex to Kurt Franklin and John P. Key in here. So that becomes sexual compatibility, which is it's hard because you're not supposed to know if you sexually compatible before you get married.
That's true.
You're not even supposed to know. You're not
true.
even supposed to know what your fantasies are or what you like.
Right.
You ain't supposed to know what you like before you get married. You're supposed to explore those things together.
Yeah.
You're supposed to try things.
But let's be real.
Talk. Wait. Talk
ahead.
about the things that in God's way. If we did it His way, He set it up for our protection because we're supposed to be exploring these things together, one by one, name by name. But because we are disobedient, and by we, I'm talking about me in this one. You come into, because this me and you.
Okay.
We came into our marriage already with a sexual appetite and things on the list that we love.
Right.
Because we were not pure sexually when we got married.
Right.
And so you enter in a sinful mind state when you come in. And so where do you go from there? That you're going to have to talk that thing out because you talk about, these are the things that I enjoy. These are the things I want to try.
Right.
You got to be able to have that conversation with your spouse.
And let's be real. We also had to be like, these are some things. If we're trying to be a strong bill for God marriage for the kingdom, we had to let some things go. We had to be like, you know what? We can't do that. That's not.
What you talking about?
I mean, we ain't gonna put all the stuff out there.
What we had? We let some stuff sexually go.
Yes, yes.
We did.
The V word.
The V word.
Voyeurism.
Oh, I didn't know I had let it go. That's a thing.
Really? I hope y'all didn't hear. I was trying to whisper.
The only thing sexually that I thought I let go was porn.
Really? No.
And I didn't know I let nothing else go. I just thought we had the opportunity.
Like I said, I want to put all our stuff. You don't care.
I didn't know. You prayed for me about that? Have we talked to God about that?
We said that's probably not going to be something we.
For fear of getting locked up, but not because.
Right.
But you don't get locked up in all countries for that. Look, we're going to circle back around. It sounds like a personal conversation. My husband is...
Maybe we didn't talk about it like I thought we...
No. I didn't know that was on the chopping block forever. Okay, anyway.
Yeah,
look, back to the main thing. Keep the main thing the main thing. So, as it pertains to men in particular, because I really don't think this is a thing for women. I don't think we go outside of the relationship to get nastiness because we don't want our husband to stoop down to such level. We like, nah, get down there. Stoop.
Get low.
So since I know.
Get low. Oh, I'm sorry.
Since I know you have dealt with this.
Okay.
Where I'm concerned.
Okay.
Not wanting to be as nasty sometimes. Talk to me about that because it frustrates the whole everything out of me.
We pretty much talking about the pregnancy. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Any other time is all things go, but pregnancy, for some reason, it hits me differently. I'm only talking for me. I know there's some men that don't mind it. I saw her as the mother of my child. She hated that. I saw that there was a life or something for him, and there's a comedian, and I don't want to get too graphic. I think it was David Wayans once said, you worry that you touching the baby on the top of his head. I ain't want to damage my kid's head or something. And I just felt I treated her very genuinely. Now, was I loving?
Yeah, but that ain't what I wanted.
I rubbed
what I like
every day.
Rub my feet.
Got her any snack, any food she wanted.
Hey, we're talking about sex.
Listen, I know. So what I did was try to make up in a whole bunch of other areas.
You did try.
I did. I tried because I wanted her to see that I still love her. I still saw her as beautiful. I still saw her as desirable. I still saw her as...
Boo. I wanted this right here, and he wouldn't give it to me. When I got it, then he tried to treat me like some kind of delicate flower. Like, that ain't what I like. Don't come over here with that.
Listen, since she putting us all out there, we are very aggressive.
Yes.
In the bedroom, we are aggressive. I mean, like,
and he was acting like he was gonna break me.
Furniture moving. So it's like I couldn't see that with you, especially when you started showing. That's when it really just started.
It was heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was. It was different. And I want to say your hormones turned up.
Oh, some more. Which is crazy.
That was so crazy. But it was crazy. See, we get into too many details. She was pretty sick. One of them. So that's what I'm saying. She'd have morning sickness, and then it'd be like, oh.
I had all day sickness.
And then it'd be like, okay. She'd be horny. It's like, come on.
Why I'm done puking? It's time to go ahead.
And so I clean everything up. I'm making sure she's taken care of, but it was
that is true. I didn't even think about that bad because that gag reflex was terrible. So I had to be so careful with this throat action. Oh my goodness.
Boy, you really put your business out
there. I had to be careful.
So
you can't cry to be there with this get that thing in the back of my throat. Please don't, because we'll have a mess out here. Please don't, not today. But anyway, look, we're getting off topic. So look,
way off topic.
When it comes to the disrespect, and you're talking about me, and this is something I like. So I like it when we talk dirty, nasty, that type of sex. But in a relationship where one person does not like it, they are more of, I enjoy the love making process where you speak, loving affirmations, the R&B from way back in the day,
right.
Candles and slow, but just tell me that you love me and that I'm beautiful, all these things, and you want to, as he says, slut them out. Like how do you get a happy medium there? What if it's that the person doesn't want that? That's just like sexual incompatibility.
That's
but after the fact, and you can't say, well, you need to figure it out beforehand because you ain't supposed to.
You really not.
You're supposed to.
Let's figure that out today.
I guess it's where did the appetite come from? Where did you get wanting to be so foul and nasty? Like, that came from porn. So did it come from a sinful place? Was God's design all of this nastiness that we like? Or did we get it from a sinful place?
No, as you continue to grow in your marriage, I think that will come naturally. I think it'll start coming as you, because you can't tell me some of these people with multiple kids, they didn't just increase the disrespect, the aggression. Like they probably tried many different ways.
No, I'll be honest. I have talked to, because I talk to men and women all the time.
You do.
But I've talked to several women that are absolutely not okay with the disrespect part. They don't want you calling them out their name.
Children,
none of this smacking and none of this, hand around the throat or the,
calling them the B word.
None of that.
Calling them nasty.
They don't.
Freaky.
They would be like freak out. They like don't say that. Don't even cuss. Like don't say P and don't say F.
Really?
Even during sex.
What? Yeah,
Go ahead and tell on yourself.
I'm telling on myself with that one. Yeah, we got.
But they are offended.
Disrespectful words.
They're offended sexually when you do that. So where's the happy medium? Like if you feel like you need that to have a good time, and she's gonna cry if you say those things to her. Or if you flip her over, I've even heard that. Like he tried to, get it from the back, and that means he doesn't want to see my face.
They took it personal.
Yeah. No, he's like, don't try to have sex with me like that because you treat me like a prostitute. Like you don't even want to look in my eyes.
I've heard people say if you're not looking at them, that it feels.
Yeah, like you just trying to get your rocks off and you don't care anything about them. I mean, I don't understand I don't get it. But if they feel that way, their feelings are valid.
Right.
How do you handle that as a husband?
Again,
because it's not okay for you to go outside the marriage. That is not okay.
Only thing I can think of is have a talk and just be like, all right, listen, next time, can we try it my way? We'll try it your way. We'll try it your way enough. I think and I think it may fall on the man. I'll try it your way as many times as you like if on my birthday we try it my way.
But what if your way makes her feel disrespected?
That's what I'm saying. That's why you have to tell her. Like,
and sad.
This is if you feel disrespected and sad, then I also feel rejected or I feel lacking. And I want you to just
Can we meet somewhere in the middle?
Somewhere in the middle. Can you just try something?
Okay, so on the flip side, what she's experiencing is she's saying, hey, I'm down for it. And he's saying, I just can't do it to you. Like all this nasty stuff. He even later on in this video, he said that some people have a fetish where they might like do anal really hard and they bleed and then they like urinate right there. He was like, if that's your thing, like you want to be that aggressive, but you don't want to do that with your wife.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you need to seek help, brother.
Now how you gonna tell you being judgy?
I'm being judgy on
People
that
gonna
one.
tell you need to seek help for some of the stuff you want to do. But what if that's what he wants to do?
Again, you gonna.
And what she's saying is like, pick me. And he's like, I can't pick you for that.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't pick nobody. If you can't pick me, if it's something you want to do and you can't pick me, then you don't get to pick.
Go for it. Go for it. Like you just.
But he's like, I can't look and see what he said was, okay, if I blast in your ear, I want to kiss your ear later. Like I want to blast in somebody's ear that I never want to kiss. Well, no. When you get married, you don't get to do that anymore. So if you don't want to kiss my ear after you do it, then don't put it on there. But that means you are no ear kissing.
Well, I would say, see her as that slut out that you try, and then 24 hours later, the next day, switch back to your wife. Learn to turn the switch on and off.
See, that's what's difficult for y'all because it ain't 24 hours. It's 5 minutes. It's a 5-minute turnaround. Because as soon as you finish, there is a kid on the other side of the door that want his mama.
That's true.
So you're going to have to go from that's my nasty wife in the moment to this is my beautiful wife to this is the mother of my children in minutes.
True.
And sometimes these babies are little.
Yeah, you got to kiss your baby sometimes.
And you got to kiss yours. Thank you very much. Now,
We'd have said too much.
All I'm saying is, when you the marriage bed, when you in that marriage bed, you have got to be able to compartmentalize.
Okay.
And I am not mommy right now.
Right.
I am your wife.
Right.
And we got to see each other as that. You have got to figure out how to do it.
Right.
How to turn mommy off and how to turn mother of my children off so that y'all can do what you got to do, okay? Because mommy is coming back, but you don't want either partner to have to. I don't want to have to go outside of the marriage so that I can get this. You shouldn't have to leave the marriage so you can do this.
That's true.
We got to figure out how to get that all from each other.
It takes real conversation. And some give and take. You gonna have to give a little with what you don't like, and get used to it. Sometimes it's your husband, it's your wife. Like just get used to it. You know.
All these, I don't do this, I don't do that, I don't do this.
Yeah,
and it's like, I don't want to advise you to figure this stuff out beforehand because that ain't what the word of God says. And I don't want to be held responsible for telling you to do that. But goodness, there has to be some compatibility.
Now, last question. If you're saying that compatibility is important.
It is.
Do you wait until let somebody who's trying to reestablish their virginity, because we kind of did that. Took the 90-day.
It was a very short reestablishment. We're going to be all right.
We did that 90 days. Well, 87, because that way ain't gonna
It was 87. Them 3 days. Go ahead. But we burn them on the front end, not the back end, but go ahead.
Yes. So during that time, do you have the conversation or do you wait till after the I do? Because when you have it beforehand, you might turn some things up, because we've coached some couples that tried that and then they said, ooh, we got into it. We ain't make it.
Right.
Because we started getting hot
talking about it.
Right. So do you wait till after I do to be like, okay, let's establish what the boundaries or the limits or the exploration?
No, I really think that's one of the things you're going to have to talk about beforehand. Okay. Even if you're both virgins, talk about, even if you are a virgin, I know you've had some kind of fantasy.
Absolutely.
There's some things you want to try, and I think you have to talk about those things to see if you're even interested in the same type of thing. Now, what God joins together takes us back. He is all-powerful, all-knowing. If he puts you with a person, then you have to know that he can keep you. That if there is a sexual incompatibility there, he created your bodies and your mind. That's a fasting and prayer thing.
Right.
If you need your sex to be better, you have to be able to pray over your sex life. So that is not, if you're bumping heads, I want to try this, you don't want to try that. That's not, let's go outside the marriage to explore. That's, let's get in this word. Let's turn this plate down. Let's pray and ask God to put his super on our natural so that we can meet and enjoy each other in the bedroom. Because that's a satanic attack on your marriage.
Facts.
If you're not able to touch and agree in the bedroom. Like, that is something that God can help with. There's nothing, no part of your marriage, no part of your relationship that God doesn't want his hand in. So you don't have to feel like, oh my God, I don't want to go to God with this nasty stuff. You better. He made it. He created sex. It's beautiful. If you're married, you're supposed to do it.
Right.
And he wants it to be good for you. He wants it to be enjoyable, or he wouldn't have put all those nerve endings down there to make it feel so good. He wanted us to enjoy it. It's not just for procreation. It's for our enjoyment and pleasure. He wants you to get the fullness out of it. So go to him in prayer about how to get that.
Right.
And about your desires. And you have to tell him, if there is a part of what I'm desiring that's unclean, that's not like you, that is rooted in a place of sin. Maybe you picked it up in a sinful relationship prior to marriage. Maybe you picked it up from porn. Maybe you picked it up just somewhere that is not rooted and grounded in him. Then you have to be ready to take your hands off of it and allow him to cleanse you of that.
Okay.
And sometimes we don't want to do that. We want to hold on to it so bad.
Right.
We don't want to surrender that thing to God. But it's necessary. If you and your wife or you and your husband are to be on the same page, then both of you have to be willing to take to him everything that you brought into this marriage.
Right.
Ideas, thoughts, feelings, experiences, sin, and lay it at his feet. And what you're going to walk away with is something that's been through the filter of the Holy Ghost. And it's going to be better than anything you ever had anyway.
Boy, way to put the word on a taboo subject.
I'm just saying, it's going to be better than anything. You talking about busting in people's ears. Like, what? Like, let him clean, whatever it is that your fetish is. It ain't got to be your fetish.
But you pray for it. I don't know how you pray for that, but you do.
He sees everything about you. He sees every unclean, unholy part of you. And he wants you to come to him. So let him decide what your compatibility will be. Let him touch it, put a finger of love on it, and see what you be happy in the end. That's the real happy ending. When you surrender your marriage bed unto God. Holy and acceptable in his sight.
Come on now.
I'm just saying.
Good word. Good word.
All right.